Okay, so we're back. I think I zoomed in on myself. Yep, sure did. So I just figured out another nice little trick. My camera lens was fogged up, and I kept trying to wipe it off, and spontaneously I decided, hey, let's use the heat gun. Heat gun, I guess, heated up the lens enough it wasn't going to do that. So, but what we're coming back to here is the Kydex project. Alright, with the TLR, the Glock 17 with TLR1. I think in the first video I called it a 19. But, so again, here we go. You know, this is, again, guys, my workshop. It's nothing fancy. But I wanted to flip this over, okay? Again, this is part of the reason why I go ahead and flatten one side a little bit more and press it by hand, is because I can draw all my nice lines. Because I don't have the jigs and the things like that to really make it, hate to say professional looking, but professional looking. You know, my holsters aren't all perfectly put together. They're not identical every time. I mean, they get pretty close, you know, most of the time. But one of the big things that I like is that each one has this kind of own character. I don't know why I keep wanting to drop the camera. You know, you see pretty much the only light I have in here is that light up there in the corner. So it gets kind of dark in here. It gets really hot. So I got my little 8-inch fan. Does not cool me off at all. So, but I wanted to break this camera out to kind of give it a shot and see if it was gonna work out right. So we're talking about this. Okay, this is, you know, nice little Glock 17 TLR1. You can see the imprint there. And if you notice, there's no channel, right? Why? Because I don't use. This is my mold, right? It's a I want to say a multi-mold gun I got for 30 bucks. Again, we talked about it in one video. If you didn't see that one, I taped it down because I have a problem, especially when I do my pancake holsters, which is, I don't know why I said pancake holsters. It's really all I do, because it's just infinitely easier than trying to do a taco thing without the taco presses and the half molds and things like that. So here's my mold. This is what I use every time. Yeah, I put my little thing up here, but it doesn't even really make a difference. As you can see, you don't see the channel. So, but I taped it down because, again, the gun will slide, right? No matter how good your mold is, if you're doing two, it's gonna slide. So, and again, we drew on this back panel, right? Because it's a little bit flatter. If you can kind of tell, it's got maybe 20% of the impression, even though that TLR1 looked kind of nice, as opposed to with the rest of it. So when it goes together, boom, you got your whole holster. So that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and put this down, because again, this is actually the right-handed one I was working on. I pulled this apart so I can make the left-handed one. This is it, dude. We're using a drill with a 1/4-inch bit, and this is how I drill my holes, by hand. Yeah, it's a machine. I could break out the old school like hand crank one, but that's just dumb. I don't even know where to buy one of those. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna knock these holes out. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video off because I don't know how to use this. I gotta see about getting it on my computer and then on the YouTube, and I don't know. I'm new to all this stuff, so y'all just bear with me, and we'll see what we can get.